Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening, watching. It's your girl Shaeranea LaShaWright, and I'm back with another video. And today, guys, we're going to talk about owning your own mistakes. And owning your own mistakes is pretty simple. Yes, it does require accountability. Yes, it does require acknowledgement. Yes, it does require acceptance. But at some point, you just have to know that owning your mistakes is owning the fact that you're learning. And the fact that you didn't know and you were once a fool. We all, all fools make decisions from the lack of knowledge. We're all foolish in some area in our lives because we lack knowledge. And there's many with knowledge and still make foolish decisions. Don't be someone who is fooled by this. But those who lack knowledge lack the understanding to make better decisions. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. There's nothing wrong with making bad choices. Nothing wrong with living your best life. And that best life may not seem the best life in other people's opinions. But what matters is you. What matters is what you believe and what you think about it. And when you start perceiving the things that you've been going through, perceiving the decisions you made, perceiving all these things in a different mindset, and seeing it as it's helping you rather than affecting you. Because, mistakes and choices align with the task in hand. They help you become a better person, ultimately helping you get prepared for the future. Without making mistakes, we wouldn't grow as people. I'm serious. And I don't believe I would want to live in a world where I didn't grow and the things around me didn't grow either. If things constantly remain the same, life will be so boring. So mistakes are understanding that without them, you wouldn't grow. Without them, you wouldn't know. Without them, you wouldn't be who you are today. Accept and embrace everything you've done, everything you chose, every decision you made, and every flaw you may have. It's not about being perfect. It's about figuring out the best things that help you be the best version. Making the best decisions that is beneficial and suitable for you as an individual. And being considerate of others, right? Because you don't want to be someone who's selfish, not considerate of others, put other people's... I get it, we make mistakes. But at some point, you're going to have to grow up and mature in this aspect. You don't want to be inconsiderate of other people's and their well-being. You want to think about how the decisions you make is going to affect those around you. But mostly you. Most people make decisions without thinking about the long-term consequences. Without thinking about the long-term effects. Most decisions we make and choices and mistakes ultimately affect us years from now. We get a short-term effect now, but it affects us long-term. And if some of these mistakes has a lot to do with our behavior, has a lot to do with our mindsets, have a lot to do with our habits or our childhood, then ultimately what will happen is we'll eventually have to work on those things. We'll eventually have to figure out those things. But own your own mistakes. Own what you did and admit it. Admit that you are at fault. Admit that you are wrong. Admit that you need to grow in areas of your life. Don't be afraid to say you have weaknesses. Don't be afraid to say that you hurt. Don't be afraid to say that something's wrong. Don't be afraid to admit that you make mistakes, because nobody, no man, no woman, no anything is perfect without fault, without flaw, without mistake, without wrong decisions. Because if that person does say, hey, I've never made a mistake in my life, I've never done anything wrong, then they're lying. Because either that person's been sheltered all their life or that person's completely lying. There's no human being on earth that has to live without growth. If you're here, you're going through something that is meant for you, because things don't happen to you. They happen for you. They happen for you to grow. They help you for you to perceive things better. They help you to make better decisions. They help you to grow spiritually. They help you learn to forgive. Things in life help you become even better than you were before. Without your mistakes, you would be nothing. Absolutely nothing. If a child didn't practice crawling before they walked, if they just stood up and took steps, they may hurt themselves. You have to crawl before you walk. You have to do the small things before you get the big things. You have to appreciate what you have before you can have any more. You have to embrace your mistakes and accept those mistakes, because without those mistakes, you are simply nothing. Yes, everyone has great strengths. Everyone has great things about them. Everyone has something great about their character. Everyone has something about themselves that makes them completely awesome. But what makes you really awesome is your power, your mistakes, your pain, the things you learn, the things you can help people with, the things that you use to impact the world. Mistakes make you great. They make you brighter. They make your future better. They help you make wiser decisions. Mistakes are the best. Own your mistakes. Don't be ashamed of yourself. Love who you are and respect that.